Welcome to Projects Invest. This is Al here. Today we're going to discuss about the company Palantir, stock ticker PLTR, aka the world's most secretive company.
You need not speak, only nod.
Now before we begin, please subscribe to our channel, help us like the video, and your help is much appreciated. So why is Palantir known as the world's most secretive company? To answer that question, we first have to dig in a bit on what they do. The company was founded a while back in 2003, and to really sum up their business in simple terms, they help their customers solve problems and answer questions using their software. And their software is powered by big data and artificial intelligence. You're probably wondering, okay, answering questions and solving problems, what kind of questions and solve what problems? What potatoes are used to make McDonald's French fries? What is 55 plus 77 divided by 20 to the power of 50? Alright, they don't exactly solve ordinary problems or answer any ordinary questions. Here's a glimpse of their capability. Number one, they helped the US military track down Osama bin Laden. Number two, they predicted the locations of improvised explosive devices in Afghanistan before the bombs could go off. And number three, they helped the governments worldwide to track the recent coronavirus pandemic. I mean, those are some pretty insane tasks, right? So the way they do this is by feeding their software with data sets from different sources. One example would be getting data from 15,000 Airbus employees, essentially consolidating all the data within the Airbus ecosystem and inserting it into the Palantir platform. So they feed it with all these different types of information into the system, and it goes through this process called data augmentation, which uses the process data to give you the answer that you're looking for. You can imagine the platform to be some crazy brain-looking thing that floats in space, growing bigger and bigger as you feed more and more data into it. Anyways, back to the company. So what's the bull case for Palantir? Well, it starts with their founders. Peter Thiel, ex-Facebook board of director, ex-co-founder of PayPal, and friend of Elon Musk. That's a strong resume there. Then you got the CEO of Palantir, Alex Karp. His profile isn't as strong and stacked as Peter, but he's a really smart guy that looks like Einstein. And you really gotta watch some of his videos on YouTube to see how smart he really is. The majority of Palantir's business right now are government contracts. So this includes the CIA, the FDA, and the US Army. Based on this, you can really draw up two conclusions. One, they seem like a pretty damn important company for all these organizations to use them. I mean, these are some really, really big names we're talking about here. Number two, it seems they can't really fail too bad. If all these important organizations rely on Palantir so much, I mean, if you're capable of helping to locate Osama bin Laden and help predict terrorist attacks, I'm sure the company will never really disappear, and the government will most likely never let it die.
I'll see you later.
Thank you. I promise I won't let this go to waste.
Then hurry up!
And Palantir has just started to expand their services to the corporate world. This includes Morgan Stanley, Merck, Airbus, and Fiat Chrysler, which is really good because that adds more revenue streams to the business. So what we've got here is a crazy idea of a software that has already been put into good use and proven as well. Proven by both government organizations as well as commercial and financial sectors. So it's a buy then, right? Not so fast. So there's a couple of things that bothers me just a little bit about this company. Let's talk about their financials here. The company has never made money in 17 years of operations. Never. Actually, I made it sound like this is such a big deal, but nowadays, there's nothing wrong with not making money, especially if you got a killer idea. I mean, just look at Tesla, that's the perfect example there. Okay, but what actually really concerns me is that it's really difficult to foresee how much money they can make. You see, the way it works is that behind these Palantir softwares are really smart engineers who navigate the software. You kind of need these guys to work the softwares properly. Then you need them to deliver the information to the client as well. I mean, if you put someone like me behind this machine, it's completely useless. So then it raises the question, is this a software company or is it a consulting company? And this is really important because the valuation mechanics would differ drastically. And this also means that the revenues are correlated to the capabilities of their consultants. I also have another concern regarding the fact that they decided to do a direct listing instead of an IPO. So for those of you who don't know, a direct listing is basically going public but without going through an intermediary such as an investment bank. Now this can be a very long topic, so I'm going to just say a few points. I just feel that for such a secretive company in Palantir, as an investor myself, I would feel more comfortable if they went through the IPO process and have underwriters actually look through their business. It's true that if they went public via IPO, the price might be trading at a premium, but it gives me a peace of mind from all the uncertainties they have created due to the nature of their business. So my final take is that Palantir has created a revolutionary technology. So revolutionary that only geniuses can truly understand the mechanics behind it. But as a stock, there are too many question marks for me at this point. For me to really consider getting into it, I think there needs to be a more solidified revenue model. And I think their technology needs to be able to reach beyond organizations and into individuals. So thanks for watching. Let us know your thoughts on Palantir in the comments below. See you in the next one.